What's up, Instagram? It is Dr. Takima Dorsey, and I am live here on Instagram and Facebook. What's up, Facebook? It is awfully late. It is 10:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is normally my bedtime, but I wanted to stop after I just finished my power talk, had an evening and a weekend full of nothing. What's up, LB Burke, Lil Burke on Instagram? Facebook, what's happening? I am tired but excited, and we are in times right now where we don't really know what's happening, right? We're just coming off of this COVID. We're going back into, what's up? Jamal Tamor on Instagram. I can't really see. I don't wear glasses, but it's like so tiny. Facebook, what's up? So I'm stopping by today because I want to give you guys a little inspiration with a word of the week. And my word of the week for you is perseverance, right? So we're headed possibly back into a shutdown. We don't know what's happening. These numbers are jumping. The school systems are off the hook. Businesses don't know what's happening. You know, parents are losing their minds. Kids are losing their minds. But guess what? Through all of the turmoil, through all of the uncertainty, what we have to do is persevere. And so this week, here's what I want you to focus on, right? I want you to grab your pencil and piece of paper right now, because this is going to be quick, but I want you to kind of work and develop this plan. So you got 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So on your paper, or open up a new web browser with a Microsoft Word, grab your smartphone, grab that Android. If you have an Android, I can't help you with that. What's up, Instagram? You guys are tuning in right now. This is Dr. Takima Dorsey. I am here with your word of the week to give you some inspiration, some motivation to keep you going for the week, because we're in uncertain times. But what we do know is that all things are possible if what? Exactly, as long as we believe. So I want you to grab a pencil and piece of paper, because the word of the week is perseverance, right? And we must persevere amongst all of the uncertainties, the worries, the roadblocks, everybody that think they want to tell us no, or you have this grassroots initiative you want to start off with, or you want to scale your business this week. You know, you have this plan of action that you want to reach out to all of these business owners, but tomorrow is the day off, right? And you're not, or you haven't really sat down and developed that plan, right? Well, guess what? We're going to do it tonight in 3 quick steps. We're going to persevere for the week, and we're going to develop our action plan, right? Because at the end of the week, we want to see progress and process, right? Because we know what's measured gets managed. And so your process this week should allow you to have some goal at the end, some sense of success, some continuity, right? And it's not about the bottom dollar. So the bottom dollar. So don't look at your bank account and say, I have $5 in my bank account today, but at the end of the week, I only have $5.02. Well, guess what? If that's the case, that's process. But what's going to get you from beginning to end is perseverance and consistency. So how do we ensure that we are consistent this week in making sure that we do build communities, that we are moving forward towards that business plan, or launching that new product, or launching that new service, or scaling our business, and not allowing the no's to overcome and defeat our purpose? Number 1 is write down write down 3 goals you want to achieve this week. For me, I have a open house that's coming up in PG County on the 18th. So I need to create the good grief, press release. I got to create the press release tonight. I got to send it out to the school systems and around the southern area, Brandywine, tomorrow, even though it's a day off. And I got to make sure I send it out to my network. What is your number 1 goal this week? How are you going to get from beginning to end so you can be able to measure what you wrote down and ensure that by the end you can say it was a check plus success, or something you need to do next week? For me, is planning. So what is this for you? I don't know. Write it down, because when you write it down, it goes from a thought to reality. What's up, Instagram? What's up, Facebook? The word of the week, if you're just tuning in, is perseverance. So together we're going to develop this action plan. This action plan that's going to move the needle from where we are to where we want to go, even if it's just some personal growth, professional growth, or professional, personal, and financial growth. So for me, I have an open house coming up at the Southern Area Aquatics and Recreation on September 18th. I need you to be there. Bring your kids, bring your parents, bring your loved ones, and I need you to join me in the house from 10 to 2 p.m. And so for me, I need to develop the press release tonight. Tomorrow, I need to pull out all of my contacts in the Brandywine area and send them the press release. And then I need to make sure I send it out to my network. That's my plan number one. Yes, it's going to take time. Yes, it's going to take away from part of my day. But guess what? What we do know is that even if you have a 9-to-5, or if you are running a nonprofit, or you're a consultant, or you're a career professional, or you're an expert, your work never done. It's never ceases. When everybody else is asleep, we still working. When we're asleep, we're still working. Those ideas, creativity, and innovation continues to prosper. So step number one, what's your goal for this week? How many leads are you going to go after? How many contacts you're going to go after? How many phone calls are you going to pick up? How many to-do lists are you going to create just so you can stay busy? So here's a tip that I learned when I was at that point in my life when I ended up hiring a professional. They were like, okay, Takima, in order for you to really get what you want, you may have 50 people on your list. And expect the 1/3 rule, right? The 1/3 is that if you have 50 people, 1/3 may open it up. Another of those thirds may actually reply, and you may only get 3 people on the phone. But guess what? It's progress. And those 3 people out of that 1/3 rule, you make sure you come with your A game. So what are your goals, right? So that's step number one. Step number 2, what is your process? How are you going to go from your objective of having this goal? Number 2, what does your process look like, right? If I'm having an open house in 2 weeks, by now, should my press release be done? Probably. But I can tell you what is done. My flyer is done. The date is secured. The reservation is secured. I actually did a save the date back in August. So all I'm going to do right now is follow it up and keep pushing it out, right? And I can't just push it out on my Facebook. I can't just push it out on Instagram. I can't just push it out on my network. I need to get the media involved, right? I got to find some way to connect the dots with the newspaper and the media and the chambers of commerce and the school systems so that it's more widespread than just within my little bubble. What about you? Do you have automation set up? Do you have an admin that can follow up and do phone calls for you? Are you collecting leads? Are you generating support? Do your family and friends know what's going on? What does your process look like, and is it automated? And if it's not automated, guess what? It's okay. Because as long as you're persevering from A to B to C to D, it's movement. And that movement helps to move the needle from what we want to where we need to go. What's up, Facebook? What's up, Instagram? If this is resonating with you right now, give me a 1 in a chat box, or give me a 1 on Facebook so I can know that you're relating to me. So we want to persevere through this week for our personal and our professional goals. And let's just throw it in there, even with our family goals, right? Our students just got back to school this week. I know I have 3 of them, 2 in high school, 1 in middle school, 1 out of school, and it's all about continuing to make sure they're safe, right? Make sure that they are pulling everything together to make sure that they are comfortable and continuing to ensure that they're not alone after being home for 16 months. I remember driving my daughter to school for the first time last week on Monday, and I could see the anxiety in her face. I can see where she was nervous and she was anxious and her face was kind of tearing up, and I was like, it's gonna be all right. And guess what it was? She had a phenomenal day. Well, that was an A day anyway. The B day was something else, but I had to make sure that my goals for the week, which was her getting through to the end of the week, was successful, and it worked. And so this week, the word of the week is perseverance. Number 1, write it down. Set your goals. What are they? Number 2, what is the process that you have in place that's going to help you to achieve your goals? And then number 3, last but not least, is that who is part of your support team, right? My support team is my coach, or one of my assistant coaches. Is my oldest son, is actually my own youth who are triathletes in themselves. So who is your support team? Can you pick up the phone to your good girlfriend and ask them to bounce an idea off of? Are you a part of a chamber, or are you a part of a group that you can end up reaching out to, so that someone can look? Don't give them all of your plan, but just give them an understanding and say, hey, can you take a look at this and give me feedback? Is there a mentor that you're looking for, a mentor that you have, or close confidant, like a spiritual mom or spiritual dad, or your own mom and dad that you can actually send your product or your service to, so that you can get feedback in a timely way and they won't steal it, and that you can begin to implement it? So how do we persevere with our goals this week? Number one, first of all, set those goals. Make sure that they are specific, measurable, attainable, real bound, and time sensitive, right? Make sure it's short-term and long-term goals. Number two, develop a process that's going to work. Not just work, but sustainable. That's going to allow you to have a foundation to be able to measure movement, or be able to come back and start over to where you need to be, because you might have a goal by Friday or by Wednesday to do an X, Y, and Z, but looking on your to-do list, you may not have started it. Guess what? It's okay. And then number three, who's part of your support team? That's the one topic that I love about so much, is building that support team, right? And when you're building that support team, I want you to think in terms of 4 letters, DEIA, right? And that's a whole topic in itself. So diversity, equity, inclusion, and access. And you're probably saying, Takima, you crazy. Who needs to build DEIA around support? Everyone. Because here's what we know. Even before George Floyd, it was all about equity and diversity in the world. But since George Floyd, everything about who and what we are needs a diverse platform. And diversity could be, let's say if you're a nonprofit leader, right? And you're looking to build people on your board, right? Or to replace someone on your board. First and foremost, you need to have or consider having someone on your board that's reflective of your community. So if you're dealing with homelessness, or a person that is dealing with single moms, is a single mom on your board? Is there a person that deals with homelessness on your board, right? If all your board members look like you, that's not diversity, equity, inclusion, or access. Do you have a community leader on the board? Do you have a community activist on the board? Do you have a tax accountant on the board? Do you have a leader on your board? Do you have an intern somewhere near you? I don't know. What does that look like for you? But if not, now is a great time to ensure that you have the right type of support, or at least any type of support that can help support your dreams and help you persevere along the way. So when we think about the third tip, which is support, write down 5 people right now that you can call on, that will, not only you can call, but will answer the call. Who is number 1? Most people is mom or dad, right? Who is number 2? Probably a cousin or a sister. Who's number 3? Probably a best friend you went to college with or high school with. Who is number 4? Probably someone that you have a like-minded mission and vision with. And who is number 5? I don't know. You tell me. But guess what? Now you have identified 5 people that's part of your support team. Number 1, you have goals. What are those goals? Short term, long term. Number 2, what is your process? Paper trail, automation, follow-up, phone calls, all of the above. Website, I don't know. Number 3, who is part of your support team? 5 people. And with this team in place, with this structure and this framework, that perseverance is going to help you go from Sunday to Saturday with success. Because you want to know why? 1, you're not alone. 2, you can bounce your ideas off, get more insight, get feedback, add insights you didn't think about, think outside the box and continue to grow. And 3, understand that what you have on the table is worthy of seeing it through. So even at the end of the way, I guarantee you that if you show up, you're going to show out. Because who you are today will not be who you are on Friday. And that perseverance, that consistency will always overcome any adversity that you run into. So if you are a nonprofit leader or leader in general, if you are a consultant or career professional or an expert or anyone that's simply looking to build communities, launch your grassroots initiative, or scale your business, I want you to persevere this week. That is the word of the week. Yep, I said it. You can say your pastor said it. I ain't no pastor, but I am your motivator. I am the person that wants to inspire you. And I am your accountability partner, right? I want you to email me what your goals are this week, what your process is this week, and who's part of your support team. Because guess what? If you haven't thought about those things, now is the time at 10:36 to make it work. Because guess what? Tomorrow is a holiday, but it's a great day to now starting connections. Because everyone's home. Even if it's an email, even if it's a follow-up phone call, even if it's a quick inbox or something, reaching out, building those, planting a seed. Now is a great day because this is how entrepreneurs and business owners work. We work until we see progress, and what gets measured gets managed. So my name is Dr. Takima Dorsey. I hail from the place where you can catch crabs and purchase the best crabs in the world. That's none other in the Baltimore, Maryland. I invite you to connect with me at www.urbanmultisportconsulting.com. I want you to email me your plan of this week so that I can be on a part of your accountability team. So my team is your team and your team is my team. What is your goals for this week? Short term, long term. What is your process that you have in place? Number 3 to 5 people that's part of your support team. And by the end of the week, we should have nothing but success, success, success. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm tired. I'm excited. I'm fired up. I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do this week. I can't wait to see what I'm going to do this week. But here's where I want to see you on September 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I need you to bring any kids, family that you know down to the Southern Area Aquatics and Recreation Center in Brandywine, Maryland. That is our open house for our new triathlon programs that is launching in September down there. And we have a wonderful youth membership drive that's going on. And I need you either to sign your kids up at www.theibt.org or come on down and sign your kids up for programming at the Brandywine location of the Southern Area Aquatics and Recreation Center on September 18th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. There is no excuse. You want to know why? Because that's my goal. I have a process, and I need to get your kids involved and you as a family so that you know that we're here for you and that there are many untapped possibilities that await you and them. So until next time, Facebook and Instagram, thanks for tuning in. I will see you soon. You guys are great. Keep up the good work. Email me your plan. Let's work to change the world together in a smart, quality, informed kind of way. And just know that you are worth it. And in all things, remember, just to continue to believe. See you guys soon. Peace out.